Hi everyone, how are you all doing? It's been such a long time since we had our last live session, and I'm so glad to be here today. And today we're going to talk about everything related to studying abroad. So, I know a lot of you are going to start your preparation or might be in the middle of your preparation for either spring 2023 or fall 2024 admissions. And today we'll be talking in detail about that. Okay, and I would really urge you as well that if you have any questions, please put it in the chat box because today I'll be taking a lot of questions from all of you. So, this live session is about how to get your dream admit. And I am here to break a lot of myths and a lot of, wrong expectations that we have, and also some of the mistakes that students generally make, which I would like you to avoid. Okay. Hi, Vaibhavi. Good evening. So, I think the first thing, if you're preparing for spring 2023 or fall 2024 admissions, is to make a timeline for yourself and try to stick to that timeline. So, if you are aiming for fall 2024, hello. So, hello. Hi, Sharan. Hi, Chaitanya. Please, if you have any questions, you can post it in the chat and I'll take it shortly. Yeah. So I was saying that for fall 2024 admissions, the first thing you need to do is create a timeline for yourself. So ideally, what you should be doing is by the month of April, we are in March right now. By the month of April, you should finalize the universities you want to study in. Now, a lot of students, because they're uninformed, what they do is they approach consultancies. They reach out to consultancies and they ask, can you please tell me, this is my background, this is the course or this is the program I want to pursue. Can you please tell me which universities I can choose? Guys, please don't do that, because these consultancies, what they do is that they have tie up with a lot of other universities and they might suggest two three good universities to you, but they would also put in your university basket some universities that they have tie-ups with, and if you apply to them and if you take admission in them, they will actually be getting a cut of it. They'll actually be getting a commission. So please don't depend on others. If you want to choose your university, you need to choose the university yourself, and it's not a difficult process. All you need to do is spend some time on the internet. When you go on the internet, what you can do first is open some of the university rankings. So you can open Times Higher Education rankings, or you can open QS World University rankings and see what are some of the top universities that are listed there. And then you choose those universities, go onto their website, see the programs that interest you, and then finalize. The idea here is that you need to divide it into three parts: ambitious, moderate, and safe. Ambitious are those universities where you definitely want to study in. Those are like your dream universities, but chances to get in might be difficult. Moderate universities are those universities where you might get in also, and if you get an admission, you would definitely love to study there. And finally, safe universities are those where if you don't get admission anywhere else, you wouldn't mind studying in these universities. And of course, these are universities you're very sure of that you will get in. So if you can create a pool of around 8 to 10 universities, and then you can apply to them. Yeah. So if you have more doubts, more questions about how to choose universities, I have made a detailed video on it. You can check it out later. Now let me actually look at the questions people are asking, and then we will move forward. Vaibhavi is asking, I am from India. I've done MCA. I want to apply for React developer in Australia. I'm a fresher and not interested to study further, rather want to apply directly for a job. Please tell me the procedure. So, Vaibhavi, it's going to be very challenging for you to get a job in Australia. The reason being, you think about it, right? There are already people in Australia who are also looking for a job in the same field, right? So now, if a company is there in Australia, why would they like to take you and bring you all the way from India rather than giving people who are there in Australia the job? Either local people or even people who have studied in their universities. Correct? So, the best way to get a job if you want to study, if you want to work in a foreign country, is to study in that foreign country. What happens is that when you get education in that country, they also feel like, okay, this person has gone through the same education system that our country people have also gone in. So then they get more comfortable in hiring you as compared to bringing somebody all the way from India to give you a job, right? So that way it's going to be challenging. I would say if you want to do a job, then try and get some work experience in India first. Yes, work in a company, and if that company has a location in Australia, then you can actually request them or try for them to send you from one branch to another. Yeah, so that would be, I would say, an easier way to work abroad. Next question. Ma'am, I had scored below 50% marks in PCM, but I had good marks in CET. So, can I get admission in engineering? Chaitanya, in India, yes. For a lot of colleges, they only see your CET scores. So, you can get admission. For abroad, however, they don't look at your CET scores, and the only thing they look at is your board scores. So, there I think it's going to be challenging for you. Ma'am, can you please share a mail format to approach a professor? Hey, Sharan, yes, and I've actually made a video on this as to how to write research emails to professors. So you can definitely check that out. The entire template I've shared there. So it will be useful for you. Jayat, hi, I'm Jayat from Sri Lanka. Hi, Jayat. I am a mechanical engineering undergraduate currently in my third year. I would like to start my career in Europe, preferably in Germany. Can you give me some insight on it? So, Jayat, when you say you want to begin your career, you mean you want to start working there, or you want to like pursue your higher education there? What is it? Sudhakar is saying, "Hello, ma'am. How to get PhD in abroad?" So, Sudhakar, tell me a little bit. You've done your undergrad or you've done your masters. What is it? Okay, so Jayat, when you say career, I am assuming, okay, I'll consider both. So, uh, if you want to pursue your masters in Europe, then Germany, I would say, is a very good choice for mechanical engineering. In fact, job opportunities in Germany are a lot when it comes to mechanical engineering because some of the biggest automobile companies like Volkswagen, Mercedes, also I think they have their headquarters there. So, very good opportunity in Germany. I would say please look at the scholarship options. Germany offers a lot of scholarships where majority of your tuition fees are waived off. So, look at that and then apply on time. Yeah. Ma'am, if I directly apply by sending resume to the recruiters or if I have any reference there, is there a chance? If you have a reference there, I think that will still help. But sending emails to recruiters, I don't think it will help too much. Hello, Dee. I'm Ayushi, Chemical Engineering 4th Sem from State Government College. Hi, Ayushi. How can I get research internship if I miss the form submission date? So, dear, if you miss the form submission date, then definitely that internship I don't think you can apply to. But you can email professors separately. You email them and you tell them that I'm really interested in working with you. I've gone through some of your research papers and I really like what you're doing. Additionally, I've also worked in a similar field. I have some experience. So, if you have a research position available during the summers, I would be really obliged if I can do an internship under your guidance. And that way you can email professors and then wait for the response from them. Okay. You're welcome. Oh, thank you so much, Mohammed. Really happy to hear that. Also, guys, since we are on the topic of studying abroad, I just wanted to let you guys know that from 25th March, we are conducting our course, our one and only course on studying abroad. And this course covers everything, all documents that you need to prepare for your study abroad applications, be it statement of purpose, letter of recommendation, personal statements, scholarship essays, be it for an undergraduate program, master's program, PhD program, MBA program. We've taken care of everything. So I'm not only going to share the step by step process of how to write these documents, but I'll also share a lot of sample SOPs with you of my students, people who have gotten into some of the top universities using these SOPs. So these SOPs are going to be from my friends, from my students, and not something just taken off the internet. I don't do that. And that would give you a very good idea of how to prepare your own SOPs. And then in the end, I will also be giving you feedback on your SOPs and making it ready for submission. So every day, nearly every day, I am actually getting a message on WhatsApp from my students, ma'am, I got into this university, ma'am, I got into that university. So it's really amazing to hear. And I'm actually thinking I'll bring all of them on the channel and probably ask them to share their own journey and share their own tips with you as to how this entire process has actually helped us in getting their dream admits. Yeah. All right, so let's come on to the next topic. So, till now, what I've spoken about is how you need to prepare a proper timeline. So, when it comes to timeline, I would say that try and wrap up shortlisting universities by April, then GRE and TOEFL examination. So, for the last 2 years, what happened is that a lot of universities waived off the GRE and TOEFL requirements, but that is changing now. Again, the universities are asking for that. So I would recommend that you give your GRE and TOEFL examination somewhere around May and June. Why is that? Because during May and June, holidays are during May and June, colleges are off. You have holidays, right? So you can prepare for it easily and finish these exams. Please don't wait till September, October to give these tests. Wrap it up as soon as possible. So by May, that would be done. Correct? Then after that, I feel from July, August onwards, you should start working on your documents. I mean, when you shortlist the universities, you will realize almost every college has a different requirement nowadays. Some colleges are asking for personal statements, some are asking for SOP, some have a list of questions that you need to answer, and everywhere you have to make that change. And what happens is that for most of my students, I think where they faced a problem is that they are trying to tackle these applications at the last minute. And when you tackle these applications at the last minute, the kind of documents you submit, they're not of very good quality. Or you're just simply writing the answers anyhow just to make sure that you're submitting the application before the deadline. So that is why I would request you that keep yourselves free all the way from July. Prepare these documents, spend some time in preparing these documents because they play a very important role in your application process. Recently, one of my students reached out to me and they sent me an email where the admissions committee had written that, oh, we really like your profile, everything is good, but we don't like your SOP. There are certain questions that have not been answered there. So please send us a revised SOP, and then based on that, we will decide whether we want to give you admission or not. And then he sent that email to me and he said that, ma'am, can you review my SOP for you, for me? And I asked, did you get your SOP reviewed from me before? He said, no, ma'am, I got it written from a consultant, an SOP expert, as they call themselves. And he said, I'm not happy with the SOP and he's not done a good job. And now I'm going to write the SOP myself. So again, a very common mistake that students are doing is that they're not confident about their writing skills. Naturally, it happens. I mean, I've gone through the same thing. And they get their SOPs written from these experts. But these experts, they don't know much about you, right? Whatever information you are giving them, they are also going to put that in the document. In fact, they have a set template, and whatever information you give, they put it in that template, they write it quickly, and they give it to you. And just by reading it, anyone can understand that that SOP has not been written by you. It's been written by a consultant. How? Well, I've experienced this personally myself. So last year, I mean this September to December period, I reviewed almost 200 SOPs and LORs. And for some documents, just by reading it, I was able to understand the student has not written it. And when I used to ask them over a Zoom call, they used to admit very honestly that, yes, ma'am, I did not write it. I'm like, see, if I am able to identify that you have not written this document, then admissions committee who's been doing this for I don't know how many years, they will very easily identify that this document has not been written by you. So what is important is that you write your own SOPs, own LORs, and start preparing for that from a very early age. Okay, early stage. Now, again, taking some questions. Shubham is asking which country is best for industrial engineering and management course for MS. Shubham, I don't know because I don't have that data for all the countries and all the programs. So, how I've just told everyone is that you can choose your own universities and your own countries open QS World Rankings, Times Higher Education Ranking, and see which are some of the good universities for your IEM program. Okay. Ma'am, which entrance exam should I give now to study in engineering college? I got less in 12 boards below 50 marks in PCM. I am not sure, dear. I think abroad education looks slightly difficult to me, at least in good universities. There must be private universities who would take you, but for abroad applications, I don't think such less marks would work. Yeah. So try in India. I'm sure you'll land up in a decent place, and then you can work very hard in that college and try to improve your profile. Yeah. Anything else? Any other questions? So in India, which exam should I give? You can give all these entrance tests, yeah. These CET exams and Comed K and BITS exam and all those. Basically, all local engineering exams that you have, you can give. Yeah. All right. So we were talking about SOPs and how you should be writing them yourselves. Now, I also want to talk to you about what are some of the things that universities look at and then they give you your dream admit. So, they're actually very, very straightforward. If you're going for a master's program, then some of the things that they look at is, of course, your CGPA. So, CGPA really matters here. So, if you have a good CGPA, your chances really increase. Then they look for relevant experience. Now, this relevant experience can be in terms of projects, it can be in terms of internship experience, right? So the more projects, the more like industry experience you have, or if you've written research papers and published them, these all come under the category of relevant experience. And the more relevant experience you have, the better it is, because it shows that you have a clear focus and you really want to pursue your masters in this field, right? Third, of course, they look at your test scores like GRE, TOEFL, etc. They will look at this, and then again they will try to evaluate your profile. So for people whose CGPA is not that great, I would say please focus more on GRE and TOEFL or IELTS examinations. For most of the universities, TOEFL and IELTS examinations are optional, it's not compulsory. But if your CGPA is not that great, I would recommend you still give it and try to get good scores, because that will give a parameter to the university to evaluate you and understand that yes, even though your CGPA is not that great, but you're a good student and you can do well if you want to, right? So I think that's important. These are the three things. Other than that, what they look at is, of course, your documents. So your SOPs, LORs, personal statements, scholarship essays, they play another very important role in getting you that admission. Because, I mean, if you look at it, when people are looking at your scores and they're looking at your resume and your work experience, there's still no story around it as to why do you want to do these things. And these essays, your SOP, personal statement, LOR, they do this talking for you as to why are you so interested in this field? Why do you want to pursue your higher studies here? So that's why these documents become very important. And I think preparing for it from an early stage is important. So for all those people who want to be ahead in this game, to stand out in their applications, we are doing our study abroad course. It's going to be a live course starting from this 25th of March. And in this course, you'll be learning everything: how to write your SOPs, LORs, personal statements, scholarship essays, receive a lot of sample essays. And the way we'll be doing this is that even if you're not a very confident writer yourself, you will be able to draft your SOP. And then, of course, I'm there to, refine it and make it better and, make it ready for submission. So if you are interested in the course, the link is in the description below and you can sign up. Okay. And now for questions again. So I'm in first year MSc biomedical genetics student. How, after finishing my studies in 2024, how to get PhD in abroad? So Sudhakar, I think it's very important you work on your profile. So try and do some good quality research, publish research papers, and then to apply to PhD, it's the same process as applying for masters. You choose the universities, you look at the PhD programs, you prepare these documents, give the tests, and then you apply. Yeah. Hey Anand, I think we've interacted on a couple of occasions, I think on our YouTube channel only, right? Through comments. I think you're studying at NUS, if I'm not wrong. You're veritably doing an unparalleled work for students in India to study abroad. I've often seen that you unquestionably explain everything. Oh, yes. Hey, Anand, thank you so much. And really feel good to see such positive and motivating messages. So, thanks a lot. The thing is that the channel has not been doing very well. I feel since the past few months I've been working very hard at it, but it's still not growing. Also because I don't make a lot of, I feel I don't make a lot of like general or massy stuff. I really stick to what I believe in and sharing knowledge through YouTube. And I think that doesn't really click with a lot of people. So it's a little disheartening to be working so hard and not getting the results. But I think these messages, they really motivate me. So thank you so much. Vishal, hello ma'am. Somehow I missed NUS undergrad application deadline. I've emailed NUS, but replies awaited. What is the probability of positive response? I think it's very hard, Vishal. If you've missed the deadline, then I don't think they will be accepting your application. So I mean, there could be a rare chance they might, but high chances they might not. So I would say don't wait too much for it. Hi, ma'am. I'm a third year undergrad of Faculty of Agriculture, following agricultural technology and have management from Sri Lanka. I have a plan to go abroad for higher studies. That's fantastic. How I plan my research and undergraduate life to fulfill my abroad dream. So, Thusita, right? Hi, very nice to connect with you, firstly. So, I think same thing applies to you as well, since you're doing your agricultural technology and management program. I would say try to get as much relevant experience you can. Firstly, of course, focus on academics, try to get good scores, and secondly, try to get as much relevant experience you can. Work with professors in your college, try to work in some companies also and get some internship experience, right? Or work on projects with a couple of your classmates or friends and try to get that experience. And then when the time comes, you can give these tests like GRE, TOEFL, IELTS, and prepare these documents very well and then start applying. So I think these are the few things you can do to boost your application. During UG in first year, I have not so good SGPA and I don't have anything to show in my SOP. So how can we make our SOP good? Hey Ayushi, so a lot of my students ask me this question and they say that, ma'am, I don't have any unique story. I don't have anything unique to talk about. What can we do? So the course that we do, Ayushi, is designed in such a way that we give you prompters which help you go deep into your experiences and then pin and then pull out stories that you would never think that can also be included in an SOP. So these are the kind of things we talk in the course. It's not something I can explain in 2 to 3 minutes. It takes time, which is why the course is there. So if you're interested, you can definitely join in. Yeah. Hi, Om. Hello. So yes, I think guys, that is all that I wanted to share with you all today. And I wish you all the very best. Please prepare in advance. Don't wait till the last moment to complete your applications. I think that is so important. Yes, and for any help, I am here for you. For any questions, you can always message me on our Instagram account, wiseup_communications. I look at all your messages and I try to reply to as many as I can. So for your questions, you can always message me there. Okay, so thank you so much. It was really nice interacting with all of you. And few more questions. Hi, ma'am. I got into University of Michigan Ann Arbor, and I'm looking for a scholarship. Congratulations, Aisha. So I think Aisha has also been our student for one of the courses. So many congratulations to you, Aisha. Looking for a scholarship. Um, Unfortunately, for US, there are not a lot of scholarships available for master's program. Even if you were in a PhD program, I think it would have been helpful. But for master's program, there are not a lot of options. What I would recommend is that when you go there, try to go look for a research assistant or teaching assistant position, which will help in offsetting some of your living expenses. So I think at this moment, that would be your best choice. Om Pandya is saying, I have 1 year experience plus 4 months internship, 8.45 CGP, and 5 projects, and 7 to 8 extracurricular activity. Is that a good profile? So I don't know which program you are interested in, Om, but I think overall it looks good. What is important is how you frame it in the form of a story and showcase these experiences well. But overall, I think it looks good to me. Now depends what kind of universities you want to get in, also, right? So that completely decides whether this is a good profile or not. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I think I will see a lot of you in the course, which is starting 25th of March. More details, it is in the description. I will also be putting it in the pinned comment so you can go through it. Okay. We have a crazy discount running right now. It's almost like an early bird discount, and I'm giving up to like 25-30% off. So if you're interested, please register quickly because this will go off very soon. And I would want a lot of you to register and start this process early because it's going to save you so much headache later on. So I'd really appreciate if you guys start preparing towards these documents from this time around. Okay. So wish you all the very best, and it was so nice talking to all of you. And yeah, take care. Bye, guys.